Hey guys, Jamy Catalyst here for the Triple S League. This is the Darwin Project Alpha overview. So Scavenger Studios released Steam keys for the alpha build of their new competitive multiplayer third-person survival PvP game, the Darwin Project, PvP standing for player versus player. They had closed gameplay of it November 10th through 12th, 2017. And I got my hands on this game and got to see how it measured up to games like PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or FORTNITE Battle Royale. Keep in mind this is still early on, and I expect to see some good building put into it. The Darwin Project takes place in a dystopian post-apocalyptic landscape in the northern Canadian Rockies. As preparation for an impending ice age, a new project, half science experiment, half live entertainment, is launched. It's called the Darwin Project, and it challenges participants to survive the cold and fight to the death in a treacherous arena. So the art style of the game is a bit cartoonish. However, I very much enjoyed the visuals and environment of the game. The snow, the tree houses, the mountain range, the lava pits, the frozen lakes, the cabins, it's all very fitting. I would like to see more maps or even more diverse areas, but I think what they have already works pretty well. Not only that, but the sound effects are perfect. Crackling fires, trudging through the snow, the announcer voice, all of them sound great and help to keep you immersed and focused. And actually, the feeling of the game is very Hunger Games. Like there's a camera that follows you, an audience that watches, it's all for the glory, only this time you're a prisoner to begin with. But I enjoy what they're doing with the atmosphere, and it fits so brilliantly for a survival PvP game. So I will say one thing. Until they fix it, I suggest using a mouse and keyboard instead of a controller for this game. The controller doesn't really work with the menu right now, and just like in several other PvP games, the aiming and turning, like the turn speed, is slow when you use a controller. If you want to be fast, if you want to win, just stick with a good old mouse. I will say I had more fun using a mouse instead of a controller for the first time with this game. It's all very responsive and simple. Simple in a way that the controls work how you would expect them to, instead of the trigger being a weird button or so. So for right now, here are the gameplay features. I know they plan to add a lot more things into the game, but I'm not sure how much more, or what in particular they might add. So obviously, this is a PvP game, as we've discussed, but it's also a player versus environment game. As in, if you don't keep warm, you'll die from the cold. To keep warm, you harvest wood by cutting down trees, and then build a fire. But you can also create a sort of fur cloak that will keep you warm for a time. You can even level it up by building onto the cloak. You can do the same with shoes that make you faster, and an axe sharpening kit that makes your axe more and more deadly. You also have a bow and arrows, that when you shoot another player with them, it kicks them back by some feet. You can use it to hunt deer too, which you would expect to have leather on them, but the deer you kill will actually have assorted items on them instead. What does have leather you can harvest are the random armchairs sitting about. Like, who throws out perfectly good lazy boy chairs, man? What the heck? You can also track opponents. As other players leave behind broken trees, kits, footprints, you can use that to hunt them down and kill them. Which, there's only 10 people tops in each match, but due to the size of the map, the matches are still pretty long. But do keep in mind, just like other PvP games, areas of the map close down, and if you're still in that area when it starts to close down, you'll start to hurt pretty bad until you're out. Another thing is there will be tech drops in certain areas, where if you get to it first, you can create a piece of technology with it, like a short-range teleporter, invisibility camo, or a shield. Each one lasts so long and then has a recharge time. One thing there's not much of yet that I really enjoyed was the show directors. They are random people that have been given keys to play the big camera that follows you. They can call out manhunts on certain characters, send certain players health or warmth packs, and nuke certain areas. The 2 times I played a match with a show director, it was a lot of fun interacting with them and seeing what they could do. I can't wait until there are more show directors in the game. So I thoroughly enjoyed my time with the Darwin Project and the other players playing it. It felt like everyone stayed on a much more even playing field than games like PUBG, since everyone always has the same weapons and has to build anything or everything else they might get or need. It's simple so far, but I expect big things from it. And if you want to get in on the action, Scavenger Studios is still giving out keys for it on their site, so check it out.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This review was written and recorded by Jamy Catalyst. She's got indie games, horror games, dating sims, and tons of others up on her YouTube channel. She's nuts, and we love her here at the Triple S League. And here's some more stuff you might like.